Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Simon, this is Brett.
Oh, and this, going from under the table, of course, as usual, is Super. And guess what?
What?
He's about to spank you in the face. And now he's waving.
Finished?
No. Now he's wondering why is there a train here?
Well, I'm going to explain that in about 1 second.
And how did it get here?
Don't start that again. Anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at this model. Now, for those of you who've watched our channel, you would know that I love trains. I've loved them since I was a kid. My favourite is always what some people would call the HST, high-speed train, class 43, or Intercity 125. But I've always loved a lot of other ones as well. Now, a few years ago, I came across this model on eBay. And it was on there for quite a while, and the guy who was selling it was actually asking an awful lot of money for it. I mean, like,
how much?
Over £200 at the time.
Is that really worth it?
Well, here's the thing. He wanted over £200 and he wasn't getting it. And I got in contact with him once because he had it for a buy it now or best offer, and I was doing negotiating with him, and it took over a month for me to negotiate this one. And in the end, I got it for around about the £100 mark. So it was a lot of money.
And then there's a lot less money.
It was less than what he was asking, but it was still a lot of money. Now, the thing is with it, some of you might think, well, why would you spend that much money on this model? But they're quite rare. These are like what they call presentation models. They're made by people who work for British Rail, and there's not always very many of them about. They're based on real engines and real trains and stuff like that. But it might be somebody who in their spare time made one, or made it for a certain event or something else. So if you find one, you might not find one again, because I've had this one for about 6 or so years, and I've not seen that long. It is, and I've not seen actually, yeah, about 6 years I've had it. And I've not seen another one since.
Wait, you had this one after you had the other two? You had the other two, at least in the last 3 years?
No, I didn't. I had the...
Maybe 4?
No, the big one that you're thinking of, which we're going to show in a future video, I actually bought when I had my shop, so... Yeah, 4 years ago. So I've had this about 4 years. I bought it around the same sort of time. So about 4 years, not 6. But time flies when you're having no fun.
6 would be extreme.
Okay, but this engine is a class 47 in British Rail Intercity Livery, and it's really nice, and its number is 47406, and it's also got a name. Now Brett's going to tell you the name
because he can't pronounce it.
Yes, I can.
Isn't it Rail Riders?
Pardon?
Rail Riders.
Rail, yeah.
See, he's proving it. He didn't say it because he can't pronounce his R's.
Sometimes I can.
He'd be a terrible pirate.
Okay. But there is one little problem with this, because let me see. Here's the nameplate on this side. It's actually missing off the other side. So it is called Rail Riders.
See, he had to say it very slowly, just so he don't mess up his R's and prove the point.
Right, leave me alone. And it is actually based on a real engine. There was a real engine. This engine was named that name. And you can look it up on the internet, and you'll see pictures of the actual engine with people around.
It's turning into a joke.
So what I'm going to do, because there's another thing to this, I'm going to show it on the turntable to show what it looks like. And then I'm going to unscrew the base, because there's actually writing inside. So if Brett brings over the turntable... Hurry up.
Ow.
Right, now, be very careful about this.
But did you get a joke?
So,
you said leave you alone, and then I said how much money do you want? And you ignored it.
Wasn't that funny then, was it?
Yes, it was.
So don't go too fast, look slowly. So, like I said, you've got the nameplate on this side.
Stop.
There's actually something very different about naming engines and nowadays compared to the old days. When you had the likes of steam trains and stuff, a train, or an engine, sorry, would get named and the likelihood is it would keep that name for the whole of its life.
Wait, have you
Whereas
noticed this?
in more
It's
modern
off-centre.
days, you might name it now, and then 3 years later, that's taken off and changed again.
Like I said.
Yeah, I heard what you said, but don't worry about it. Actually, I do own a nameplate, which I'm very proud to have, and I will be showing that
For
in
your
the future. No, one's a replica, one's real.
Oh.
I will be showing the real one, and probably the replica, on a future video. And it took me quite a lot to get it. And it's off my favourite train. So, what you've got is it's made out of resin.
And also has squeaky brakes. You can hear them.
It's made out of resin. And there's a bit of metal inside there as well. But, the details they put in, like on the windows, you can see...
Stop.
No, you stop. Look, let me give it a quick dust over there.
Because he didn't dust it.
Yes, I did.
He literally just took it from up there.
No, I did dust it.
And then dusted it very briefly.
I did dust it. Shut up.
Yeah, and I just wiped it.
If you look at the
just gently
windscreens,
across.
you've got, like, it's done in grey, and then you can see where the windscreen wipers have been across. And then you've got all the tubes and the buffers and the amount of detail the person who made this
How long
put
do you think
into
it took?
Quite a while.
Stop. Stop.
No, you stop.
No, you stop. You're not supposed to be spinning this. It's not your turntable.
And the paints are done really nicely. They even put the detail in the side windows. And then you've got detail on the bogies as well and on the wheels. And then if I tilt it, because it is still screwed on, you've got all the nice details on the top. It is, I haven't undone it. It is a shame that I don't have the other nameplate, but yeah, it's not bothered me for a long time, so. And then you've got this nice wooden
if we would have
base.
had the flu, it probably started bothering him.
The reason Brett's saying that is because we put up a video recently of Batman the Animated Series Batmobile that I bought, and it was missing one piece. And
One thing, that makes no difference.
When I had the flu, I bought the other piece, and he's taken the mick.
Yeah, because he's bought something he didn't need.
You've got this one brass screw under here, and you undo it. Now I want to be careful with this. I haven't done this in a very, very long time, so
It's gonna fall.
it's not. I want to be very careful with it, and hopefully when this is all finished, I'll be able to
Take the wood out of
put
the
it back
train.
together. So you've got this
Wooden train.
nice amount of wood they've put up inside to make sure that it doesn't slide around or move. And then inside, I'll get my torch. And
How dare you shine
inside,
the light into my eye?
it says, painted by,
It's dusty.
that looks like a 7.
Painted
not
by
sure.
7.
Might be like a J or something, or T. Like, not sure what letter that is. It does look like a 7, but it might be
can't
like
see.
an F or something else.
An
But
F.
the next letter is definitely a E, and Barber. And it was done in 1986 in Crewe. So, that is resin in there. It looks metal, but it is resin.
Here's something.
And it
How long do
is,
you think this would have took?
I wouldn't like to say. Like, somebody who's got a lot of painting experience could do it in a few days. Somebody like me
You.
might have took over a month just to try and keep my hand steady on all these bits, because, like I said, he's got all the details on the wheels and on the bogies, so you have to keep a very steady hand. And you've got the wires on the front here. Then all the details, like he's got the details next to the door and the like electric symbols there and there, a little door in the middle. Like the details that have gone into this is fantastic. Whoever made, the people that made this were very much craftsmen. And actually, British Rail used to have things made like plaques and stuff. I've got 2 of them that I might show again on a future video. And the craftsmanship they put into just like these presentation models or plaques and stuff like that, like, is second to none. Like, British engineering back in the old days was fantastic.
What about now?
Well, unfortunately, with a lot of the things that happened like from the 90s onwards, a lot of engineering companies went abroad, and So it's not quite the same now, which is a real shame, especially with the privatisation of the railways. But yeah, painted by Mr. Barber in 1986, and he was in crew. And it is a lovely model, and I'm going to say I am very proud that I own this. Like, I know it costs a lot of money, but it is a wonderful piece. I'm going to try and do the bolt up.
And hope you don't drop it.
And I've had it for 4 years, and it sits very proudly on my shelf, not for, like, just over to the left of where we are.
Up
And
there.
I think it is probably one of the nicest models I've got.
And I think you probably should have dusted it a bit more.
It's clean. I only just dusted it a little while ago.
Yeah, this is all he did.
That is what dusting is.
No, he didn't even put that on it.
Yes, I did.
So why is there still dust on it? Mostly on this side.
Do you know what the similarities is between apple, a bit of pastry, and you is?
What?
You're both a tart. Now,
I know you are.
anyway, if you've got this far, well done. I don't know how I make it this end sometimes. But thanks for watching. And remember, if you want to see more train related items, and we are going to be showing, I'm hoping in January, that we're going to be showing some more model trains. We're going to be showing some of my other models, like the Intercity 125 ones we spoke about, the nameplates, some plaques, and also some railway pictures and stuff that I got from charity shops are going to be up here soon. So if you like this and you want to see more, please do consider subscribing. It would really help us out. But for now, thank you and goodbye.
Alright. And he's waving. And now he's wondering where can he catch the train from. There's no carriages. Well, he ain't going anywhere fast.